How you doing, everybody? Well, it's New Music Friday still, and I'm really excited to check this out. So, Silverstein, however you pronounce the name, I've always called him Silverstein, dropped a new track called Bankrupt. I've listened to the Silverstein for years. Like, these guys have been around for a really long time, and the sound has kind of bobbed and weaved. Like, they've gone from being like this kind of emo-ish sounding band, and then they went really heavy, and then they kind of, got a little bit punky, and they're kind of like all over the spectrum and what they can do. So I'm really curious to hear what this new track sounds like, because it could really go in any direction. It could be heavy. It could be like, more of a, poppy punk sort of sounding thing. It could go back to the, earlier roots of, that hear me out kind of material from back in the day. Let's just check it out. I'm just going to ramble otherwise. Oh.
Bankrupt.
Okay.
Bankrupt.
Is this like an electronic track? Oh, wow. That's how you start a song. Oh, wow. Oh, this is so good. Oh, what a good chorus. A-side, that snare drum. I really like how that snare drum sounds. It sounds like a hollow drum, but like being played in a warehouse or something. Yeah, that snare sounds good. Oh, I love this. It's still got that like pop punk sort of power chord stuff in this little part. Oh shit, where are we going? Oh. Love that little ka-ching noise. These guys have really like managed to keep it fresh. It's amazing to see. They must have been around for like maybe 15 years as a band now, at least. Oh yeah. Hit that hi-hat. Is this gonna be a breakdown or something? We're gonna smash it up. Oh. Oh. Oh, his vocals sound so good. Oh, listen to those bell hits. Still going. I like this chorus. He's bashing the crap out of those cymbals. Look at this. It's like you gotta hit cymbals hard in a song like this, so. We done now? Yeah. Wow. Bankrupt by Silverstein, however you pronounce it. Amazing. I mean, these guys have just continuously, they've managed to evolve and surprise and kind of build up, pick up new fans with each release they put out, I feel. And, these guys have been around probably they would have to be around for at least 15 years as a band now, at least. I mean, I could be completely off the mark, but I could have sworn these guys were around, in the, late 2000s, 2007, 2008. I could be completely off the mark about that. Sorry if I'm aging them prematurely, but wow. Wow, that is easily one of the most enjoyable and best Silverstein tracks I've heard in a long time. Admittedly, I don't listen to Silverstein a whole lot, but they're just one of those bands that, part of my formula of years of kind of going into going through the journey into heavier music. Because like many, I was into the emo screamo sort of stuff back in the early 2000s. Back in my early teen days, and it's interesting to see bands like this kind of progressively get heavier, but this was kind of more rocky, I guess you could say, than it was like metal. It was kind of like more of hard rock, but his vocals, I mean, his vocals have managed to like get better as a vocalist. As a vocalist in any genre, when you've been doing it for a long time, your vocals will just naturally tire, and for some vocalists, their voices just eventually they just don't have the power anymore to be able to scream or yell. So that's why a lot of heavy bands will actually start out heavy and then kind of go softer because they're just burning themselves out pretty much. His vocals sound so fresh and so crisp, like it's amazing. He can yell. He's got like such a great like rock voice. And I really like this direction that Silverstein's going in, and presumably they've got a new album in the works. And if it's more or less, stuff like this, then we're in for a real treat. I really enjoyed that track. It just had such a nice bounce to it. And this would be one of those tracks, if you saw it live, it would just go off. Like, people would just have a great time jumping around to it. It had cool little, little ebbs and flows, little parts where it slowed down. When he was doing that kind of, like, rap speak thing, it kind of reminded me of, like, Fever 333, that sort of, heavy-ish sort of yelling sort of style, but not necessarily screaming. It's more, like, I guess Rage Against the Machine type, speaking with emotion, but kind of like almost like yelling it almost, but not yelling it in a distorted way. I'm probably not explaining myself, and there's probably a name for that, but I just really enjoyed that track. I'm actually, I want to listen to it again. I'm going to listen to it again after this. I enjoyed that a lot. Let me know in the comments what you thought. Are you a Silverstein fan? Have you been following these guys since the beginning, or did you kind of fall off and stop listening to them for a little bit like I did? Like, I feel like every time they drop something, I do listen to what they drop. Maybe not necessarily in full, but yeah, let me know. Are you a fan of these guys? Because I'm really excited for the new record now, if they have a new record, but I don't see why they wouldn't if they're dropping an official track and they're on UNFD. So UNFD as a label is just killing it. They've got so many good bands. It's actually insane. And these guys are started out as like a little independent Australian record label. They're still independent and Australian to my knowledge, but they've got just some big acts on UNFD now. So really excited. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're going on a journey together. I really am trying to get better at this. So, you'll see progressively as each video comes out, I am trying to get better at this and a little bit more natural at it. And I feel like, I'm starting to see the change, but, feedback's always appreciated, and, but not as appreciated as you watching this video and spending your time with me. So thank you.